What's up, y'all? This is Nate Beats. Join me at my other channel, the Truth Channel. That's my other channel where I speak on these topics. Yeah, this is just gonna be another one of my rants, but I think this is what people need to hear because I need to tell myself this stuff too. But today I was just thinking, we need to make mistakes and we have to fail so many times in our life to realize and learn things. My whole philosophy is very different from the world's philosophy. It's not don't try. That's my philosophy is don't try. You know, don't motivate yourself so much to do something because what you're doing is you're trying to fill that void in, and there's so many other techniques other than doing what the world says that you should do or how you should feel. Like with a panic attack, you don't try to get rid of the panic attack. You're supposed to invite it and say, okay, listen, I'm having it right now. I'm having a panic attack. You're here. You're real. Okay, I accept you. I invite you to come and to consume me. You don't run from it. When you try to run from it, it gets worse. And see, others would tell you to fight against it or to do something to stop that from happening. And there isn't too much you can do when you're having a severe panic attack. I know what panic attacks are, I had them before. And, you know, it's always a slow start for me when I'm speaking on these topics. So I hope that you get this far in the video so you can have a bit more of an understanding of what I'm trying to say when I speak here. But I know for me in my life, I'm 34 years old. I have failed so many times and have made so many stupid mistakes that I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I messed up. I'm glad that I went through the crap I went through to get to the point of where I'm at. It has allowed me to be thankful for certain things, and yet I'm still ashamed of certain things, and I'm still worrying about certain things that don't need to be worried about. But a lot of this stuff is thoughts in my head. It's just thoughts coming to my brain that it's really not me that wants to think these thoughts, and I don't want to act on the thoughts. It's just thoughts come across my head. I'm sure if you're anybody that's alive or living or has a brain, thoughts come to your head sometimes and you're like, why am I thinking this thought? And then you have to do something about it. Not that I'm trying to fight against these things, but this is how I deal with it. I get on my phone and I vent these things out. I talk about them. I couldn't do this before. I was scared to death to get on here and look at myself on a phone and speak to others because I was living in that fear bubble, and I still am in that fear bubble, but I'm not trying to get out. See, trying is not the right word. I'm just doing something that I need to do. I don't call it trying. It's just do something. You gotta move. If you're in pain, you just gotta move. It ain't that you're trying to move, just move. And I won't lie. I find myself watching motivational videos sometimes, but it's always getting you amped up for something that really isn't reality all the time. It's making you think about this big dream and this big scenario and this this fantasy of greatness and grandeur, and a lot of it doesn't exist. You see, life is hard and life is not fair. And the more you try to break out of that, and the more that you buy material things, and the more that you put your trust in money and all these other things, you're just filling that void that is in your life, and you will never fill it with that. It's like an addiction. You got to keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it to fill it, and it never gets filled. So that's why I let go of all that kind of stuff. You know, I mean, I like my little drum machines that I have that I make music on, and I like how they look. I like how I can make a beat on them and do that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I know these things are not who I am as a person. They're just material things. All money is it can get you something. That's all it is. It's a piece of paper, and I don't know how to put all of this into one single category to where I can explain what I'm trying to explain as a person, but there's so many people that wake up and they're trying to make their life better. They're constantly looking for ways to say, how can I make my life so much better, instead of trying, just being what they are and do what they do. You don't have to try, just be yourself. And when you're yourself, you got to get to know yourself. If you can't know yourself, then how can anybody else know you or want to get to know you if you're not being yourself? I mean, how can you live with yourself? I couldn't live with myself if I wasn't being real with myself. And no, I don't always say, something that I think someone else is thinking or what I should say to them. But I'm a human being. I mean, we make mistakes and we fail. And these words, they're put in a bad category. Like, words are not bad or good. Words are what they are, what they mean. And the meaning of them isn't always what is intended when the word is said. That's how vocabulary works in so many different ways. You can say something and someone can think that you're saying something completely different. If you say, for example, if I say, man, this food is hot, what would you think that I meant by that? Would you think that I meant it's spicy or it's hot to the touch, like it's burning my tongue when I eat it? It's it just, all I do this for is I try to get, see, there I go with the word try again. I'm not trying, I'm just getting myself to see. That's the hypocrisy and the contradictions that I talk about. You see, I say don't try, but then I'm saying the word try. It's really weird how this stuff happens. But when I do these videos, when I'm doing, see, there I go again. I want to say what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying, I'm just doing what I'm doing. I do it to get a better understanding of who I am and to vent and to feel better. You know what I mean? I don't do it for no other reason. I don't do it for recognition. I don't do it for fame. I don't do it for any of what people might think that I'm doing it for. I don't do it for that. And I'm no big channel. I don't have a bunch of subscribers. I just started doing this, like 9 months ago. And I'm just uh, getting comfortable with myself so I can talk with you. You know, I want to be able to be comfortable and say what is really on my mind and speak the truth. I don't want to have to put up a front in order to think that I'm meeting your need or my need or anyone else's need. You know, and sometimes I lose train of thought of what I'm saying, but I only do this to vent. That's all I do it for. I do it to vent. And if you're someone like me, do the same thing. Start your own thing so I can watch you say something that I might need to hear. And then I'll do it just in case you need to hear something, you know? So, with that, Nate Beats. Subscribe to my channel. My other channel is the Truth channel. See you later.